Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today we will be doing the chapter of pronouns. What are pronouns? Pronouns are words which take the place of nouns. Pronouns are used to avoid repetition of nouns. And what are nouns? Nouns are names. So when we don't want to repeat nouns or names, then we use pronouns. Let us look at this sentence. Nita and I were waiting for Rita and Ria. When we use a pronoun, we will say we were waiting for them. Let us see another example. Pandita Ramabai was a great scholar. She founded a widow's home in Pune to provide them shelter. They lived in it and trained under her. In the sentences you have just read, she, her, them, they, and it are the pronouns which have taken the place of nouns in the sentence. Now, what is an antecedent? The noun which a pronoun stands for is called its antecedent. So, Pandita is the antecedent of the pronoun she and her. The noun widows is the antecedent for them and they, while home is the antecedent for it. Now we will see the various kinds of pronouns. Pronouns that take place of people and things are called personal pronouns, and we use words like I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. We use personal pronouns to refer to people, places, or things without actually naming them. Personal pronouns are divided into three classes on the basis of the role played by them. In them, we have first person, second person, and third person. Here, let us see their conversation. Hi Amita, have you seen Neeraj? The reply given is, I don't think so, Nina. No, I haven't seen him lately. We were supposed to be going out with him for our Zumba classes at 7, and it is past the time. Maybe he's just forgotten. You know, Neeraj. Radha said she will come, and Zainab said she might join us too. I hope they haven't gone without me. Now let us check with the conversation. First person, the speaker is I and me. Second person, the person spoken to is you. That is Amita. That means that you is used for the second person. Third person, the person is the person who is spoken about. In the conversation we just read, male and female, they are referred to as him and he. Him and he both have been used for Neeraj. She has been used for Radha and Zainab. Singular and plural. Him is used in singular. They is used for plural. It means a thing, a situation. Here, it refers to time. A pronoun must agree with its antecedent in number and gender. The boys went to the circus. Here, if we notice, we are talking about boys. It's in plural. They enjoyed it. Here again, it's referring to the number. Look at the second example. The man is intelligent, isn't he? Here we are talking about a single man. It is a singular pronoun. Mother is tired, help her. Here we are referring to gender. When we are not sure of the gender, we may use they, them for that person. Example, if anyone calls, ask them to leave. the message. So them here is a pronoun. Next we have possessive pronouns. Pronouns that show possession or ownership are called possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns should not be confused with possessive adjectives. Remember, a possessive adjective is placed before a noun and a possessive pronoun is used in place of a noun. See the example here. Possessive adjectives. These are not my or are. In possessive pronoun, we will say these are not mine, yours, ours, theirs. Then in possessive adjective, same thing. These are not your, their, his, her books. And in possessive pronouns, it will be mine, yours, ours, theirs, have, his or hers, has, blue covers. So, with his and hers, we use has. Next, we have interrogative pronouns. An interrogative pronoun is used to ask a question. Whose earrings is this? Whose earring is this? It is mine. What and which are used for things, this is to be remembered, and who and whom relate to people. Whom are you waiting for? Whom we use in formal English. Who are you waiting for? This is informal English, and this is what we generally use. Next we have reflexive and emphasizing pronouns. Let us see the conversation. I am enjoying myself. We have all the time to ourselves today. Now what are reflexive pronouns? Words ending in self or selves that are used when the subject and the object of a sentence are the same. For example, I believe in myself. These words ending in self or selves are termed as reflexive pronouns. The 9 reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, himself, oneself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. So, myself is a reflexive pronoun. I and myself mean the same thing. Myself refers back to the subject. So that is what we see in the conversation above. This is a conversation using emphasizing pronouns. Emphasizing pronouns have the same form as reflexive pronouns and are used to lay emphasis on what one is saying. I myself baked this cake. He himself told me so. They themselves know nothing. Now in these conversations, if you note, we can say this or state the same sentence saying, I baked this cake. We don't need to use myself. We have used myself just for the sake of emphasizing the word or just for emphasis. In the same way, he told me so. Himself used here is only to emphasize. He himself told me so. And the same case goes for the third one. They know nothing. It is a complete sentence in itself, but we have used themselves only for the sake of emphasizing. They themselves know nothing. Next we have indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns include words like everything, which means all the things, something, a thing, nothing, no things, everyone, all the people, someone or somebody, a person we refer to, no one or nobody, again no person, everywhere, in all places, somewhere, in some places, nowhere, in no place. Other words that may be included as indefinite pronouns are each, one, many, much, most, all, several, some, any, anything, anywhere, few, and none. Now, reading this quotation, some are born great, some achieve greatness, some have greatness thrust upon them. This is a quotation by William Shakespeare written in his book Twelfth Night. Next we have relative pronouns. Relative pronouns have words like who, whom, whose, which, what, and that. A relative pronoun relates or refers back to a noun or a pronoun called its antecedent. For example, I would like to meet the man who created the rose garden. The noun man is the antecedent of the relative pronoun who. How do we use who, which, that, what, and whose? Who is used for persons. For example, who is he? Who was that? Which is used for non-living things and animals. For example, the mansion which I liked is up for sale. Or the puppy which I bought is missing. That is used after adjectives in the superlative degree and after words like some, any, all, none, nothing. For example, this is the best Tintin comic that I have read so far. Next example, I have some information that will interest you. So this is how we use that. Next is the word what. What refers to things only. Its antecedent is not expressed directly. It actually means the thing which. What you have just told me is shocking. Give him only what he needs. I say what I mean. And last of all, we have whose. Whose relates to people or to things. He is the one whose house got burglared. Whose house will you go to? Granny's or Aunt Seema's. Now, omission of the relative pronoun. That is, sometimes we need not write the relative pronoun when it is in the objective case. Let us read the example. This is the lady to whom I sold my car. We can simply write it this way. This is the lady I sold my car to. Whom is omitted. Position of preposition to has changed. The car which I had hired has developed some engine trouble. We can write it this way. The car I had hired has developed some engine trouble, which here is omitted. So, in relative pronouns, we can use them and we also can omit them. I hope children you have understood the lesson well. Thank you for watching.